Radio. I'm here with the wonderfully talented rapper, Laws. And for those of y'all that don't know, he's Brazilian born. And were you raised in Florida? You live in Florida now?
I was actually raised in Long Island, Suffolk County.
Oh, all right. Shout out to Suffolk County from Nassau County. Either way, for those of you that don't know, Laws went ahead and kind of introduced himself on the music scene as your favorite future rapper, correct? So my question for you is, what made you decide to go ahead and, give yourself that title and come out in such a big way without even knowing how the public was going to receive you?
I'd been in the competitive circuit of rap for a while, and I pretty much was able to rate myself against other MCs by the nature of rhyming I've been doing, which is like more aggressive battle type stuff. And I was just always confident in my skills, and I figured, at the rate I was developing, that maybe one day I would be someone's favorite. I'm like, yeah, I'll be your future favorite rapper. And it wasn't like I'm the best. It was like maybe one day you'll, and I kind of let people like feel it a little more. You know what I'm saying?
So can you go ahead and let us know how you managed to go ahead and the teaming up and signing up of you between you, the Justice League, Asylum, and Warner Brother Records?
Yeah, actually, I was a prominent MC in the Tampa battle area, and Justice League were originally Tampa natives, and they kind of sought me out through that, and we worked for about a year or so on developing a project called Your Future Favorite Rapper. We put out last May 2009, and we secured a record deal for that.
Laws went ahead and came out with his dope mixtape, 457, back in February 2010, which had wonderful hits like Flashback and The Shining, which was your collabo with Ninth Wonder. Very dope mixtape. Go check it in case you have it. So we're starting off from that, 457. Where'd that title come from?
457. I used to work at a 9 to 5 up until October 2009, and 457 is when you get ready. you get ready to leave work. You go into your next phase, and that was when I would grab the backpack, grab the CDs and hit Tampa. And this mixtape kind of signified the transition between my life as a working guy and my life as a musician. So that's why it's called 457.
And also on the mixtape, there's a single called Hold You Down. And I noticed that you went ahead and created a remix with Embassynyc Radio vet, Emilio Rojas. You guys teamed up to go ahead and produce that single. So can you go ahead and tell me how you two teamed up for that?
Yeah, Emilio's dope. And I always want to do a song with him. I'm a big fan of his. And I finally got the chance. So thank you, Emilio. And same thing for Crit. I'm just two young guys that I'm big fans of. And I'm very happy that I got to put him on my favorite record.
Fast forwarding to 2010, and you went ahead and you just released the mixtape 501 Overtime. So, considering that 457 is the time that you get ready to leave, I'm assuming 501 is for that extra work, that OT that you put in, right?
This mixtape signified a very special time in my life and a big change, so we kind of went back and revamped it and added a few more tracks to it.
So who did you work with on this mixtape in terms of production?
Ninth Wonder, DJ Khalil, Illmind, Phases, Justice League, my in-house team, LA, Fashion, and Fed 9, S1, who produced Kanye West's Power.
Okay.
I mean, the whole producers have shown me a lot of love, so thank you guys.
What do you enjoy the most about music?
Oh, wow. I think originally music started as an escape, something to get away from, the mundane life, but it just... I don't know, it's indescribable. I mean, music, I don't know how people could live without it. Like, I don't understand that.
Are you more of like a pen and paper guy, a BlackBerry guy, a iTouch guy? Like, what's more your means of setting it down when you're writing something up? Because I know some people stick by the pen and paper. If it's an oldie but goodie, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Other people like, Dre, go ahead and it's all BlackBerry out. Like, what's your method?
I ditched the pen and paper. The only reason being is my handwriting sucks. And I like to turn the lights off in the booth. And the BlackBerry to me, or any phone, is like a little illuminated notepad. And it's so easy to edit. And I can read it perfectly. So as soon as I got my phone, I changed about,
Tell us what's your measure of success.
Oh, wow. My measure of success is being able to make enough where you don't have to worry about it. You know what I'm saying? Where you can just appreciate life, not have money there always on your back. Because life is great, but responsibility gets in the way of life. So when people focus on the everyday cool things, I think that's success.
That's what it is, man. Embassynyc Radio, we got the one and only Mr. Laws, man. We appreciate you for sliding through. And definitely I wanted to ask you, what makes your style so unique?
I kind of hold myself to a different standard as far as, wordplay and lyrics. I don't consider, like, I respect my peers, but I don't consider them as much influences as I do the guys I listen to growing up, like Nas and Jay. And I really hold myself to the blueprint of those guys, like vintage pun, vintage M. Like, I still have them in my mind when I write. Like, I want to be a fierce lyricist and write a great song too. And I think not a lot of people do that anymore. So,
how did you work this out with Justice League?
Yeah, I mean, it was just from being a battler in Tampa, you know what I mean, and just taking off heads anywhere I could, and I started getting a reputation, and we met from there.
From there, how was it working with them?
It's dope, man. They're some of my closest friends right now. It's gone beyond a business relationship. You know what I'm saying? I just love working with them.
Who was part of your mixtape, and in terms of production and artists you was working with? Which one was it? 457, correct? Okay.
Yeah. As far as the artists I worked with, I had J.Rock on there from California. I had Mason Kane, who was part of my crew, Fan 4. I had Calvin Harris. I remixed the Calvin Harris track. I'm missing people. Of course, I had Emilio and Crit on the 501. Who else was on 457? I know they're gonna kick my ass. Funk Ghost on Vintage Futuristic. I had a whole bunch of people. All the people that I enjoy listening to, I tried to reach out to them.
I know you're a signed artist, correct? You're part of Asylum, correct? So what would be the official single for you?
I mean, as of current, I don't have anything right now because we're still working on the album. But if I had to say the one record that's turned into like a flagship record, it would be Hold You Down. That's the one that's kind of garnered the most attention. That's the one that got me to tour, got me on Sirius Radio. And we got approached by ESPN to do Hold You Down. I mean, to do the ESPYs. They requested we perform Hold You Down in So Nice. And then we arranged to have the FAMU March 100 and some of the step teams come out and do a routine for us. And we rehearsed for a couple of days. Those guys showed me a lot of love, you know what I'm saying? And it came together. It was a beautiful show. It was my favorite set I've ever done. It was really dope.
I definitely gotta say, guys, man, if you haven't heard of Laws, pay attention, because this guy is so authentic, and that creative process that I've never seen in my life, he brought it to the table. And listen, I congratulate you on that situation, definitely. Okay, so at this time of the show, we definitely ask the artists, this is the first time you're coming down to Embassynyc Radio, and we would like to see if we could get at least a 16 ball from you, see what you're all about. Prove your point is basically a process for new artists that he brings to the table, and I know you got a lot of heat, brother, because I have heard your material. So wanted to see if it's possible you could do a blessing for us tonight and bless our show. Is that cool?
I'd be honored to.
All right, let's make it happen.
Let's do this. And they saying I'm one of the sickest to touch the scene, cause these kids carry out, and I'm chilling by the grassy knoll with a custom beam. I'm doing numbers, but I don't play for a fucking team unless you counting Dr. Giggles Institute for cutting spleens. My fan base ain't plucky teens. Who gives a shit if they are? They money's green. These kids are Tysons. Now look at Ali. Volume 1, I'm spitting, man, and pack looking like me. We all know they armor really hot, and now they crabby cause someone finally filled the spot and tipped over the melting pot. Don't go thinking just cause you seasoned on the stage that it isn't required to rhyme with reason on the page. If you rap and I disagree with what you say, then you gonna get whacked. Even if you made, I'll be worth more. Even if you saved a picture of a teen queen, Latifah in braids, kick-stepping with KRS, man. Even if you paid God, you gonna be the one soul that Jesus couldn't save. You a sucker, you a fake, you a heathen, you a lame. I'ma make a beat sampling you screaming in the flames and get paid off it. Cop smoking and spark spliffs and leave more roaches than Joe's apartment. Me and any girl like Lois and Clark Kent. Fellatio would probably leave for dome arched and bent. My live shows are getting harsh reps for hard events, cause I'm leaving all haters with wings playing harps and shit. Who else could you envision synchronized with Andre? The only man in the world who sympathized with Kanye. They trying to get a guard down for a racial war. My style is the same as yours if you made it raw. The all-seeing eye got me. My style like the Illuminati manifested in a human body. Laws, boom.
Radio.